Hey there, my friends. This is the aftermath of this video. What you're gonna see is us on a Saturday as a family exploring our new land in downtown Greenville, South Carolina. I wanted to take you along on the journey and share just a spontaneous Saturday with you and kind of vlog this a little bit, but we are kind of winding down for naps at this point. I think the people up there, my middle kid is playing a video game. I'm pretty sure my daughter's asleep and my husband and baby are asleep. So I'm down here on the couch about to wrap it up myself. We've been out in the elements. It's warm today, but I just want to take you on a journey today, kind of let you see us exploring just, the life in the day of somebody who has dealt with chronic blushing and flushing. And I hear so many people say, like, I can't live with this. I can't go on. I can't go out. I can't do all these things. And I'm telling you that you can. You can. Gotta stand up straight. Gonna rise like a champion.
Yeah. Yeah. Chicks out there we like to party. Listen up, yeah, it's time to start it. And I know you got it. You with me, let's rock this party. All the girls on the side say, and all my fellas on the side say, tonight we're gonna fly high to the skies, 'cause we're gonna have a taste of the good life. Here we go, here we go, here we go up. We're gonna rock this club till it goes up. Yeah, we're gonna live a good life. Yeah, we're gonna do it all night. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. Tonight, we're gonna live the good life. Alright, let's go and live the good life, the good life. I saw you when you passed me by, girl. Listen, baby, it ain't no lie, girl. And I can't deny that your sexy little booty caught my eye, girl. Listen, you don't have to be the shy, girl. I'm not a player, no, I'm not the guy, girl. Listen, yeah, I know that we could fly up in the sky, a place we could try, girl. Yeah, you know that I've been around this time, look up and down for some to play with. Yeah, I know I finally found you, girl. I know I found you, girl. You got me.
Been on this kick lately. It's not even that it's a kick. It's really, I feel like, have you ever had those moments where you feel like something happened and your whole life transformed in an instant like that? Like, I think there's two beliefs. There's one belief that, like, you have to go through years and years and years of therapy. It takes so long to, like, dig out your trauma. It takes so long to grow and heal and expand, and maybe you'll never heal. And then I think there's this other belief that it's like, you can literally change in an instant. And I've experienced both. But what I like more is obviously, like, can change in an instant. And I know it may be super controversial, and I don't give a fuck, Andrew Tate literally saved my life. When I was in the deepest, darkest depression, he was like all over like social media, and there was so much controversy around him. Sure, he's a character. He says some off the wall shit, but there's a lot of like good substance like to what he says. And I remember him saying, I think he might have been on an interview or something like that, but he said, I cannot be clinically depressed because I don't believe it. And it can't like impact me if I don't believe that it's real. So I will never be clinically depressed because I don't believe that that's a thing. And I remember in an instant, my postpartum depression lifted. Like I still had to like kind of get out of that headspace, but the depths of that depression lifted off of me. And so I have been listening to a lot of teachings and studies lately on just like what you believe, and that if you challenge what you believe, if you question what you believe, you think about, why am I believing this? Who told me this? Where did these thoughts come from? And how you literally are programming your mind constantly, whether you programmed it or somebody programmed it when you were smaller, because most likely somebody programmed it when you were smaller, and you took on these certain beliefs and you are still living that out to this day. And when I think about my body flushing red, it's because I've been living a lie and an avatar and this character for so long. Jim Carrey says that depression is your body saying, fuck you, I don't want to play this character anymore. I can't be this avatar anymore. And I'm like, God, that's so good, because what it is that we go through these different seasons of life. Like I was telling my husband, like when I was this like executive at this big company, I had like the short, you guys see it in my videos, I had like the short hair, like the blonde hair, and I was like super thin, and my nails were done, and like I just was younger and things were different. And now it is like years later, the times have changed. I'm in this new season. I'm at a different vibration in my life. I had a baby a couple of years ago. It just transformed a lot of things within me. And so that person who was that executive, who looked that way, who was in those environments, doesn't exist anymore. And it's not to say that I can't cut my hair again or get thin again. It wasn't even about being thin. I was just super fucking healthy. If you guys were on that journey with me, you know, I was like lifting weights. It was all about like mental health for me, because I was losing my memory, and I was like, holy shit, am I like gonna have like dementia or something? And I saw this thing on YouTube that talked about if you did like 3 sessions of cardio workouts for 30 minutes in each one of those sessions, just 3 times a week, that you reduced your chances of dementia and Alzheimer's like significantly. And that's why I started that whole regimen. And then like 3 years later, I was freaking ripped. And well, times are different now. And it's like, this is just a different season of my life. If you've been on the journey with me as well, you know that I had to really drop the perfectionism around the aesthetic, around being thinner and feeling like if I gain weight, that really just crosses over into my self-worth. And I never knew that I was operating out of that place. That was a belief that I had that was so deeply embedded into my subconscious. And so when we get to a place where we're questioning what we believe, or we're questioning like, why am I not using my voice? What is my opinion? What do I think? Why did I not speak up in this moment? And it's because of our fears and our beliefs. And when we start to question those beliefs and where they came from and who said it, and what's the worst that's going to happen if I violate that belief, it really awakens us to where we are in our current state of life and mind and existence. So I've just really been in that space lately. Normally we would go out, we would drink, we would have a little bit of fun, eat some food, and I would flush because my body temperature would rise. And it's like 90 degrees outside, so just being hot, my body temperature would rise. And I kid you not, I don't even remember or thinking about flushing today. I didn't even think about it. Like I was so in the moment with my family. And even when I'm with them and I know I'm safe with them, I still have like flushing moments, especially in outside environments where there's like a little bit more overstimulation. It's hot, there's drinks, my body temperature is rising, and that never happened. And if it did, I don't remember it happening. And so I know that I am already like healed. I'm healing. I call it like healed, not healing, because sometimes you have to proclaim where you are and then the rest will catch up later. And yeah, just my whole dialogue has switched from I'm on a journey, I'm going to try to heal, maybe I'll never heal, but I'm gonna keep going whether I turn red or not. Like, no, If it got wired in, it can get wired out. If it got wired in, something else can get wired in. If it got programmed in, something else can get programmed in. So why wouldn't I spend the time programming a new story as opposed to like being depressed and feeling down and trying to figure out what happened and trying to avoid all the things that might make it happen again and running away and having the whole fight or flight reaction? I'm just going to write a new story. It feels like when I first started blushing that it just came out of nowhere, but it didn't come out of nowhere. It was a subconscious programming that was put in me at a very young age. It's a belief that I took on. It is a story. It's a narrative that I believed and that I continued to keep alive for so many years of my life. And it made sense to keep me alive and safe and surviving when I was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe even up to like 15, 16. But I'm 38 now. The story doesn't serve me anymore. It has no place here. And so although I am so grateful for my body and I have thanked it continuously for keeping me safe and for sending me messages, I'm now releasing it, setting it free. And I believe that for anybody. Obviously, I'm sharing my own experiences, but I believe that for anybody, that anybody can change their beliefs, change their thinking, change their feelings, and change their life. Your body is the subconscious. Your body is sending messages that your conscious can't pick up on. Your body's telling you something. So when we're flushing and you've gone to the doctor and they've ruled out everything and it's not your thyroid. I don't know if I told you guys, but when I went to the doctor about a month ago, she was like, let me check your thyroid just to be sure, because it sounds like you're talking about some thyroid issues. She checked my thyroid. Everything was clear. Like always, every time I go to a doctor, blood work was good, which I'm so grateful for. But you have to kind of jump into some somatics there. You have to kind of get into the body a little bit and go, what are you telling me? And as a highly sensitive person or empath or whatever we want to call it, I'm very in tune with my body. My body's just sending a message. My body's not the enemy. Your body's not the enemy. We are one with it. And we live so much of our life disconnected, living in our mind, living up here, not experiencing anything in the body. And you can't live that way for long. Something's got to give. Something will give, whether that's some sort of joint pain, diseases, whatever the case may be. And for a lot of us, that is chronic blushing, flushing. And so many of us can say, we remember when it happened. If we can remember when it happened, it got wired in. It got wired into the subconscious, and it's a story that started just being told to us, that we started to believe that this is who we are, that I can't be seen, that I gotta hide. This will be this way forever. But what if we don't believe that story? What happens then? Are we not just creating and reinforcing the story over and over in our lives based on our beliefs and based on what we're expecting from the world around us? Like, what if you're enough? What if, like, it's like, forget about the blushing. What if just you are enough? No matter how you look, no matter what weight you are, no matter what you produce and put out in the world, no matter what your skin looks like. What if you're just enough? Like, could you believe that? Are you worthy? Do you believe that? I feel like I spent so much time looking to the outside world to validate me and tell me that I'm enough, when really all I needed to do was just come home and just be with me and validate myself and love myself. My body's sending a message that it sent me years and years and years ago to keep me safe, and I am safe. I belong here. I am worthy and I am free, and I don't need that messaging anymore. And so I am now in this place with my body, teaching it something new, giving it something new to believe, and telling my mind something else so that we can program something new. Because I've lived my life like this for far too long. And although I've had so much improvement and progress, like, there's more. There's more freedom. There's more to grasp. And I am here for all of it. And I want to invite you to be here for it as well. Clearly, you're on your own journey. I'm just experiencing my own life, but wanted to share my experiences with you, because going back to the controversial Andrew Tate, in passing, I heard him say, I can't be clinically depressed because I don't believe it. I don't believe that exists. And it triggered something new, a new thought, possibility of a new belief in my mind, and my depression lifted immediately. immediately. So do with that what you wish. If that resonates, it's all yours. If it doesn't land with you, toss it to the side and move on. But for those of you who that lands on, you know. So rise up, rise up, rise up. When you've had enough, when the crowd gets rough, gotta stand up straight, gonna rise like a champion.